honored to be among your midst today to witness the historic and grand inauguration of the long-awaited Senegambia Bridge, which has been constructed through the support of the Africa Development Bank. Today, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, marks an auspicious and historic occasion because it heralds in a new era of transportation in the form of a state-of-the-art bridge strategically linking the two neighboring countries of the Gambia and Senegal, taking cue from development models seen in advanced parts of the world.
Welcome to you all on behalf of His Excellency the President of the Republic of the Gambia, Mr. Adama Barrow, and his government, and on behalf of my own people of Lower River Region and North Bank Region. It is indeed a unique honor, privilege, and pleasure for me to welcome you all to this very important historic occasion. Your Excellencies, you will all agree with me that this bridge we are all about to inaugurate will undoubtedly facilitate trade and enhance further and closer integration between the two neighboring countries. It will also undoubtedly bring about faster socio-economic and cultural growth, serving as the corridor as well. The opening of this bridge equally will facilitate easy flow of traffic, thereby promote and enhance indeed better service delivery, particularly for our agricultural products, some of which are highly perishable.
We are gathered here today to witness a significant milestone of closer bilateral ties of the two sister republics of the Gambia and Senegal. The inauguration of the magnificent edifice called the Senegambia Bridge as a signal of closer people-to-people and economic ties of the people of Senegambia, who share a common destiny and purpose. This bridge is a landmark that goes beyond the geopolitics of Senegambia, but a reflection of our ancestral ties and kinship, hence the traditional Wolof saying of Senegambia, "Benn bopp la kenn mënu ko xar ñaar." Being a local company of a Senegambian origin, wished to express gratitude to the two countries, particularly the Gambia, for the confidence bestowed in RSK Group to assume the responsibility that enabled the realization of this prestigious project. The Gambia has registered a new engineering record that is worthy of commendation as the longest bridge in Senegambia, with a length of 1,893 meters that is made up of two segments. A segment of 943 meters on the water and a segment of 950 meters on the mangrove area. The project features include also public lighting and toll facilities.
The bridge is part of an important economic and strategic link that connects not only the northern and southern part of the Gambia, but those of Senegal too, serving both interstate and intrastate traffic. It is therefore a great honor for CETEC TPI, CETEC International, and Study International to be involved as engineering consultants in the construction of this bridge, which will, no doubt, have a far-reaching positive impact in the overall socio-economic development of not only the Gambia, but also Senegal and the entire West African sub-region. As is inherent with the development of such complex projects, the construction of the bridge had its fair share of challenges. Street lighting will be installed along the entire length of the bridge and its accesses to provide additional safety at night. The main navigation channel provides an unobstructed opening of 70 meters wide and a 17 clearance for high water level to the soffit of the bridge that can even allow passage of ocean-going vessels. The project also employed more than 1,000 people, many Gambians, but also Senegalese and other African nationals. That the bridge is designed to last for 100 years.
We all know that the road to development goes through the development of a road system, which makes the Senegambia Bridge a major undertaking, not only for the Gambia and Senegal, but also for the OMBG member countries, that's the Gambia, Guinea-Bissau, Guinea-Conakry, and Senegal, but the whole West African sub-region of ECOWAS and Africa at large. This magnificent bridge fits harmoniously in the Trans-African Highway project, especially in West African segment from Abidjan to Bissau. The Senegalo-Gambian Secretariat organized, in partnership with the ECOWAS Commission, a high-level seminar on free movement and cooperation and migration. It was about popularizing, sensitizing them, the people of the Senegambia and the West Africa, on the issues of free movement. Free movement, but free and secure movement. Security is of the essence. They have organized from the 18 to 20 a relay run from Farafenni to Dakar, going through Kaolack, Fatick, Mbour, and Dakar. Within that rally run, they organized also a mini marathon between Kaolack and Fatick.
In ensuring that the vision to connect the north and the south banks has finally come into fruition after over 40 years after the idea was conceived. The African Development Bank Group, your bank, has been with you along the entire journey. And evidence of that was the presence earlier today by the former president of the African Development Bank, Dr. Donald Kaberuka. Along this historic journey, the African Development Bank Group has supported the early preparation of studies all the way to the financing of this magnificent piece of infrastructure that we are inaugurating today. The bank is proud to have supported the government of the Gambia with approximately $90 million of grants, and the government of Senegal with approximately $4.5 million of a loan.
As we assemble in this historic site of Yeli Tenda, Bamba Tenda, to inaugurate this bridge, we are also justified as a people to celebrate the social, economic, political, moral, and symbolic values this bridge offers to not only the Gambia and Senegal, but to citizens of the economic community of West African states and Africa in general. Certainly, this bridge fits into the bank's high fives aimed at transforming the lives of Africans and is consistent with their key focus in areas of infrastructure and regional integration. It is also anchored on their medium-term strategy as well as their regional poverty reduction strategy paper for West Africa. The Gambia is therefore grateful to the bank for funding this major infrastructure project.
By 1978, a detailed design and costing of a bridge was completed by a French consulting firm called BCOM. But Gambia at the time was interested in building a barrage, which was also to serve as a bridge at this same crossing point.
Gambia wanted to develop irrigation schemes to the tune of 24,000 hectares in order to attain not only self-sufficiency in rice production, but also to export this commodity. This proposition led to the creation of the OMVG, headed by a former boss of mine, who became the first High Commissioner of OMVG, Mr. Malik A.K. John. The barrage was never built for various environmental reasons. Also, unfortunately, the idea of building the bridge became dormant.
Bés bi lu mu rëy rëy suñ fi amee an African icon, a global brand bi ji suma jigéen door mbay génne ànd bu yàgg bi dëgg la
mooy yëg ci mbaam ñu romb bu feeñ ñi ngi naan xoolal xale bekkare naaj bu tàng bi moom mu waroon na te demaat sama doom jëndul ñaaram àdduna bi soo defee nii dina la ne nga def leen ne dina gën a ne je sais 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 góor gi nee na àdduna kenn xamu ko papa expliqué nu góor gi nee na àdduna kumpatalu góor gi waxtaan góor gi nee na àdduna kenn xamu ko papa expliqué nu waaw ma expliqué leen maag sama doom ñu ñaar ñu wàcc mbaam kenn ommatul mbaam keneen di ñu romb fee ñi ngi naan ñaar di jo ñàkk yërmaan léegi ñu yëg ci mbaam kenn ommatul mbaam dëgg la keneen di ñu romb fee ñi ngi naan ñaar di jo ñàkk yërmaan sama doom déglu ñàkk ndoogo yëkkati loxo ca kaw yëkkati loxo ca kaw jërëjëf àdduna bi soo defee nii du dëgg leen
I know you've all enjoyed the musical performance by the Senegambia superstar Youssou Ndour. And now I have the singular honor to now invite His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Senegal, Son Excellence Mr. Macky Sall, to deliver his remarks.
Your Excellency, Adama Barrow, President of the Republic of the Gambia, and dear brother, Your Excellency, Vice President Ousseynou Dabo, Monsieur le Président de l'Assemblée nationale du Sénégal, Monsieur le Premier ministre du Sénégal, the Speaker of the National Assembly of the Gambia, Monsieur le Président du Haut Conseil des collectivités territoriales, my Lord the Chief Justice, Honorable Ministers, Mr. Vice President of the African Development Bank, Monsieur le Secrétaire exécutif du Secrétariat permanent sénégalo-gambien, members of the Diplomatic Corps, governors, venerable religious leaders, and members of the NBR community, Monsieur le Président Directeur Général de Aresti, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, I would like to thank my dear brother, President Adama Barrow, for his kind invitation to attend this historical event. Thank you so much, Brother Adama. And thank you all, brothers and sisters of the Gambia, for the warm welcome extended to me and my delegation. Something big is happening today. This January 21st, 2019 is a unique day in the history of our Senegambian family. Today, I stand before you on behalf of your sisters and brothers from Senegal and on my own to pay tribute to my brother and friend, President Adama Barrow, and to all Gambian people for the great achievement we made together with the support of the African Development Bank Group. This bridge could not have been achieved without the political will and the leadership of the President Barrow. So, my dear brother, I extend to you and to the brotherly people of the Gambia my warmest congratulations for this outstanding achievement. Long live the Gambia, long live Senegal, long live Senegambia, jërëjëf.
Can you please give a loud applause to the pride of the nation, Gambia's cultural ambassador, Jaliba Kuyate and the Kumara Band.
Bombi Barana, Wawa Barana, Maksala Adam Baro, Nidadi Nakolege. Bombi Barana, Wawa Barana, Maksala Adam Baro, Nidadi Nakolege. Senegambia degala, wawa degala, sujmami nyoko sonson, nimbal na yoko dundam. Sala barada, farfenya na salo, baksala adam baro, mansole adoko.
Please join me, ladies and gentlemen, with a round of applause, welcoming His Excellency, President Adama Barrow, to make his statement. President.
Thank you very much, Jaliba Kuyate and Yusundur. There is a saying, all work, no play, make Jack a dull boy. Thank you, Jaliba and Yusundur. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Senegal, Your Excellency, the Vice President and the Minister of Women Affairs, Mr. Ousseynou Dabo, Your Excellency, the Prime Minister of Senegal, Honorable Speakers of the National Assembly of Senegal and the Gambia, Honorable Ministers, Secretary General and Head of the Civil Service, Vice President, President and former President of the African Development Bank, Honorable National Assembly members, members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, service chiefs, distinguished guests, the media, ladies and gentlemen. The inaugural ceremony of this bridge marks one of the happiest moments in my presidency and a historic day in the Gambia and the sub-region. As a result, it is a unique privilege and honor for me to perform the noble task of the official opening. Before proceeding, however, it is with profound joy and warmth I welcome my brother and friend, His Excellency President Macky Sall, and his delegation to this delightful occasion. President Sall, welcome, President Sall. I thank you for gracing the occasion by your presence. I recognize and appreciate also the presence of all the delegates in our midst. This includes the delegation from the African Development Bank, the delegates representing various countries and missions in the region, the consultant, CETEC, TPI of France, and Study International of Tunisia, and the contractors and their partners from Spain. By the same token, I heartily welcome everyone who has come to participate in this great event. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, given the geography of the Gambia and Senegal, with a river dividing both countries in two halves, I cannot help but wonder why it took so long to have a bridge at this point across the River Gambia. In spite of the delay, this magnificent bridge will henceforth be a major component of the Trans-Gambia corridor. A corridor that is essential for development, integration, trade expansion within the ECOWAS sub-region. With much appreciation, I acknowledge that the project was solely funded by the African Development Bank through a grant over $3.5 billion. Thus, we are all indebted to them for this immense and laudable support. In this light, I express gratitude to the President, board, management and staff of the African Development Bank. It is reassuring to learn that the life expectancy of the bridge is 100 years, and that all river vessels are guaranteed navigation without hindrance. With relief to all of us, this imposing bridge now ends centuries of travel difficulties endured by people using the corridor. For many years, a lot of agricultural produce from both Senegal and the Gambia perished in standard trucks that waited for their turns to cross the river. This ceremony marks the end of such encounters, and it brings to an end the suffering and even deaths caused due to the delays to be ferried across. Better still, the issue of maintaining or servicing broken down ferries at this point will now be history. Easy movement of people and faster delivery of goods and services are now guaranteed round the clock. In addition, the social institutions on both banks of the river will serve their purpose better. This is particularly so for our hospitals and health centers, especially in cases of emergency. Economically, the bridge will generate revenue and eliminate the related economic loss to governments and travelers due to crossing hurdles. We thank all those who contributed to this tremendous achievement. Through this gesture, the ADB has fittingly demonstrated their commitment to supporting the development, unity, and integration of African countries. Accordingly, we are grateful to and proud of the ADB. With reference to Senegal, it is pleasing to note the immense brotherly support provided by His Excellency, President Macky Sall and his government throughout the project implementation phase. The Senegalese institutions provided support all the way. This is not surprising, given the unique and very cordial relationship between our two governments and people. Our appreciation extends also to the Minister of Transport, Works and Infrastructure, Honorable Bailamin Job and his team for their dedication and for very ably managing the project. The consultants as well deserve our sincere gratitude. In fact, their presence reassures us of the good quality of the bridge, which we trust will serve us peacefully for the next 100 years at least. Thank you, SETEC and STUDI. We are fortunate that the current contract to rescue this project and most courageously offer to complete the contract. Many doubted their courage, but they have finally succeeded. Thank you, Tariq and Team Ariski. Our joy and pride today are fruits of your courage, determination, and focus. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, our wish is that the bridge stands from now on as a symbol of Senegambian unity, friendship, and love. In this context, I am pleased to disclose that the bridge is hereby named the Senegambia Bridge. I congratulate everyone on the completion and inauguration of this symbol of hope. And I pray to Allah that we'll safely derive maximum benefit from it. It is now my delight to declare the Senegambia Bridge officially open. I thank you.
Kabel, sóoraale kabel suuf